Hi there, my name's Mandy, and I am a holistic financial planner and business consultant with Black Hills Financial Planning. Furthermore, I'm the co-founder of Pascom Prairie, a digital marketing company, and I've been building a handful of businesses over the past 15 years, so I love this topic because the value of the information shared in this course can't be overstated. Learning how to build your business and understand the fundamentals can be totally different from understanding how to market it effectively, especially as a small business owner and someone who probably doesn't have a lot of resources or time. And both are very important, but this course is specifically about understanding different ways to market your small business to reach your ideal clientele and really thrive when it comes to growing your business, whether it be service-based or product-based. So let's dive in. So to start, we just need to review a general legal disclaimer. This information is for general and educational purposes only. This content is not, nor is it intended to be, a substitute for professional, legal, or clinical advice. And of course, while we're going to do our best to make sure that this information is timely and as accurate as possible, the marketing landscape is constantly changing. So of course, there's going to be no claims, promises, or guarantees about the accuracy or completeness of the information in this course, but I think overall you're still going to be able to take away a lot of great nuggets of wisdom when it comes to marketing your small business. So let's start here. What can you expect to get out of this course? Well, you should be able to verbalize what small business marketing is. You should also be able to verbalize the challenges of marketing your small business. And you should be able to verbalize 50 ways that small businesses can market themselves, oftentimes for pretty painless and cost-effective ways. So the goal here is that you not only understand a bit more about small business marketing, but you walk away feeling like you have a ton of ideas that you can implement to reach more of your ideal customers and grow your business organically. So why is this topic important? Well, all the different reasons, but let's talk about the essentials of small business marketing. You need to create a sustainable and scalable marketing strategy that your small business can implement so that you can earn new customers and grow revenue for years to come. We also want to make sure that customers are aware of your products or services, want them to be engaged, and of course support them along the buying process decision. Sometimes they might be a little bit on the fence, but with the right marketing materials and relationship that you're going to build with them, it just might be exactly what's needed to turn them into a long-term customer. We want to, of course, also improve the brand equity of the business, build long-lasting relationships with your customers, and of course, get an understanding of what customers want. The more you listen to your customers and implement that feedback, the better your business is going to do, because it's an extension of you and it's going to be constantly evolving, just like you are. So it's important to take feedback in, refine processes and products or services, and then just keep trucking along. And of course, we use small business marketing to promote products or services, increase the likelihood of better sales, and help your business remain relevant to the customers in your domain. So what is small business marketing? Well, it's the process of getting products or services in front of the eyes of potential customers. So whatever it is you're offering, we want people to know about it. It also consists of various online and offline strategies, but of course the goal is to grow your small business revenue and expand market share. And of course we want to attract and retain customers. Return customers are fantastic and can make up a pretty big part of your customer base. And of course, small business marketing is a process by which a company promotes, sells, and distributes a product or service. Now, small business marketing is fun, don't get me wrong, but there can be plenty of challenges that accompany the process of being an entrepreneur and trying to get your business marketed in front of customers and really gain their trust and recognition. One of the primary hurdles is a lack of resources. So as entrepreneurs, our budgets sometimes can be kind of small when we're just starting out. And that's definitely the case for in-house marketing. Small businesses don't typically have the budget to have someone devoted full-time to their social media presence and website design, improving SEO, all of these different things. And so that can be a hurdle for sure. And marketing effectively requires consistency, it requires budgeting time, understanding technology, and also paying close attention to campaign performance. If a small business owner is just already at max capacity, you can bet they're probably not putting much time aside to be able to understand these aspects. And so that's where it can be a little bit of a downfall for some small business owners. And like I mentioned, when you're first starting out as an entrepreneur, you typically don't have a huge budget to put towards much of anything, especially marketing. And so having a smaller budget can restrict some small businesses. It can also keep them from utilizing certain tools like Social Pilot, for instance, to help schedule out social media posts, because it can be a little costly. But at the same time, you still need to invest money to make money. Small business owners also might not understand the best way to make the funds that they're investing in their marketing most profitable. So $150 spent on Facebook ads versus buying pamphlets and going door to door could have vastly different results when it comes to marketing. Now, which one's right? I can't tell you that unless I were to know what business you have, what service you have, what product you're selling, all these different things, who your ideal demographic is in terms of customers, and on and on. But it's important to recognize that that can be a hurdle. It's just not really understanding exactly where to start. And of course, as small business owners, sometimes we are starting as little fish in big ponds. And so larger brands can sometimes outcompete just by spending more on advertising and marketing in general, or their brand recognition might earn them a little bit more trust in the community, and people are just more likely to go to a company that's in 5 different states versus the business that you've started. And of course, if they have the funds to invest in marketing, they might be paying someone to improve their SEO and improve their authority and brand recognition. So that can be a hurdle as well. Doesn't mean you need to get discouraged. It just means that there is stuff to work on. And so that's something to understand about small business marketing and some of the challenges that we can be affected by. So it's important understanding some of the challenges to be able to adapt to trends and technologies. Obviously, the digital marketing landscape is highly competitive, so we have to be consistent in our efforts. And if that means just selecting 5 of the tips in this course and implementing those, that's great. Okay, that's a great starting point. Sometimes it can be challenging for small business owners to adapt to the changing landscape of search algorithms, understand cost per clicks, and more, but that doesn't mean that you can't succeed as a small business owner. It just means that you need to start small, develop a plan, get consistent, and stay persistent. So now let's jump into what we're here for: 50 ways to market your small business. I am so excited to review these with you guys, because some of them, although they seem simple, are very, very powerful and have very profound impacts. And I think you'll find that they don't cost a lot. Really, what you're providing is value to the customer. So a bit of your time and utilizing technology can go a really long way in helping people find your business and contributing to the longevity of what it is you're building. Let's start with developing a strong brand identity. So when you see the double arches, you know that's McDonald's. That's because they have strong brand recognition. We have been fed so many different types of advertisements. You see the double arches everywhere that it's ingrained in our head, okay? So we know what that brand is. Same with Starbucks, and a bunch of others. Now, it's going to take a while for your brand to have that level of recognition, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't start with developing a really strong brand. And when I say developing a strong brand, I mean consistent logo, fonts, whether it be on the website or your branding materials or your business cards. We want clean, professional, and a design that really matches and mirrors your business and your offerings. And I've said this before, but your business is an extension of you. So it's very important, in my opinion, to have a strong brand identity that really speaks to the services and products that you're offering, but also really captures the personality of the business itself too. And so there are a whole bunch of different strategies for developing a strong brand identity. But essentially, the end goal is to grow your small business revenue and expand market share, attract and retain customers, and of course, just continue to improve the process through which you promote, sell, and distribute your product or service. And a strong brand is a great place to start. Now, next, we want to optimize your website for search engines. Whether you have a Wix website or you have a Divi WordPress built website, doesn't matter. There are tools that are included that can help you improve your search engine optimization. And what that means is that when people search for something such as cherry ice cream near me, if you have certain keywords in your website that you put in your blogs, maybe it's a product that you offer, it's going to improve the ranking of your website and where it shows up in these search engines. Other ways you can improve the ranking, include having mobile-friendly pages rather than just desktop optimized experience. It's really important that people can access your website and clearly read it on a mobile device, because 60 to 70% of people mostly use their phones to search through websites, new businesses, watch reels, all the fun stuff. All right. We also want to make sure that you're utilizing Google My Business. This is a free tool that helps businesses create and manage their Google listings, which means that when customers are searching for your product or service, you pop up, especially if you're local. Now, I have a story here. There's a woman I work with in Bangkok, Thailand, and her website got hacked right around the middle of COVID. And so most of everything she's doing is remote services. And she was like, I need help. No one can find me. And I said, get on Google My Business, minimum what you do. We'll get your website back up, not a problem. But she got on Google My Business, you guys, concerned that she would not be able to continue her business. And in 1 year, she's now booked out 3 to 4 weeks in advance, primarily from a combination of the website, getting all of that up and buttoned up, and Google My Business, because that's where most of her traffic comes from nowadays. So cool. We also want to ensure that you're creating a blog and publishing content regularly. So remember when I said that value is key? Providing that in the form of written content, specifically blog posts, can be transformational. So Google loves it as well when you publish regular blog post content, and of course when you use applications like Yoast or all-in-one SEO, because it improves the ranking of what you're writing, and it'll also show that you're consistently putting out content, you're getting more people to come to your website, and whether you're promoting it through social media or it's just available on your site, it's going to improve your SEO. So share that wisdom. Even if you don't think you're a writer, I think you have 300 to 500 words in you, minimum once a month, if not twice. So just think about that one. Okay, next one. Want to use social media platforms to engage with customers and prospects. Now, the key word here is engage, okay? Social media is great, and it can definitely be a place for self-promotion on your personal page. But when it comes to your business page, we want to use social media to engage and connect with customers. So keep that in mind. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, all these different social media platforms are great, but how can you actually engage your target demographic? Ask them questions, share relevant content, share value. That's where this comes back to once again. Next is offer promotions and discounts to attract new customers. So this is a great way to get more traffic when you're just starting out as well too. Let's say that you offer a service like a 60-minute massage and you want to get your schedule booked up. Maybe you're going to give $10 off to the first 10 people who book with you. That's an example of using a promotion to attract new customers. And if they have an awesome experience, they're likely going to come back because, hey, that was a pretty fantastic massage. Next, we want to host webinars or virtual events. And this can be easily done through Zoom or through Zoho. There are so many different applications that will allow you to create free accounts and then host a webinar talking about your area of expertise. So in the past, I talked about debt elimination, estate planning, guaranteed retirement, all the fun stuff like that. But for you, maybe you're going to lead a class on how to crochet the cool way. I don't know, that was just riffing. But there's a lot of opportunity to market what it is you're doing, share your expertise, and connect to people face-to-face, even if it's remotely, which can be really nice because a lot of us have gotten used to just wanting to connect through Zoom and online platforms. So if people don't have to leave their house but are still able to learn from you, it's going to increase the level of attendance at some of these events, which can be really helpful for growing your business. Cool. Next one is to join local business associations and groups. We want to get to know other local business owners and share your products with them and gain potential customers through them. This is an awesome opportunity that you can get involved in, whether it be through the Chamber of Commerce in your local area or you seek out these networking groups. If other people are putting in the effort, you can put in the effort, and you're going to come together and just recognize that there's so many different ways to cross-collaborate and essentially promote each other's businesses, that it's just a win-win for everybody. And when that's the case, amazing business opportunities happen. So network, get to see who it is that can benefit from your industry and how you can benefit from them in terms of the customers that you can refer, and then go from there. Next one, let's leverage influencer marketing. So maybe you follow some influencers in your industry, or maybe you know of them in your local town. Influencers are influencers for a reason. People trust them. People want to be like them. They want to listen to the recommendations. And so maybe there's a trade you can do with an influencer, or maybe they just really love what you're doing and you're able to get them to give you a shout out. That can be a great way to market your business and gain some organic traffic. All right, my next recommendation is to create how-to videos or tutorials. You don't have to be a whiz with a computer to do this. You just essentially get your iPhone, your Samsung, put it on a little tripod, and then record whatever it is you're doing. Maybe you're making a specific type of product, or maybe you offer a service and you want to communicate some more of the ins and outs of how people can benefit from those services. It's a proven fact that people stay on websites with videos 60% longer than just sites with text and pictures. So get creative, share some how-to videos, and once you have them recorded, they're there forever. That's one of the coolest things about making video content, is you're able to consolidate and share your expertise and then have it continue working for you, even when you're not in front of the camera, like right now. All right, next we want to run a customer loyalty program. So one of my favorite things to do when I make a sale or I help someone through their trust process, or when with Paskin Prairie we deliver a full website and they're happy and they go live, is to send a handwritten thank you note. It's a great way to let the clients know that you value them. They're not just a quick sale and then you're gone forever. Instead, you are trying to develop a long-term relationship with them. And who writes handwritten notes anymore? Most people just send a quick email, but if you can take the time to do something thoughtful, it's going to make an impression. And at the end of the day, a handwritten note doesn't take more than 5 minutes and probably 25 cents. So I think it's a strategy a lot of different business owners could use. We also want to utilize customer reviews and testimonials. So if you've had happy customers in the past, you need to take advantage of that. Post them in different avenues such as social media, having some different graphics that highlight their reviews, or maybe put it on a page on your website. But there's nothing better for a potential customer to see than other satisfied customers. It helps them feel like, you know what, this could be the right person or product for me. I think I'm going to go ahead and move forward with it. Again, it's about tipping that buying decision to the yes versus I don't know, because they're not quite certain, right? The better of a job you can do with marketing your business or product, the better it's going to be all around for your customer. They're going to feel like, this person gets me. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. Sold. Alrighty, another great tactic is to create infographics to share on social media. So Sprout Social proved that 58% of consumers prefer visual first content, with their main preferences being graphics and images and a produced video. So as much as I love writing, not everyone wants to just sit there and read, okay? We have to get creative sometimes with infographics, with video blogs, all the different things. And if you can add a description to go with your visuals, you're going to ensure your pictures are tagged with relevant keywords, and then just make sure that they're relevant, easy to understand and digest. So that's an important thing with infographics. You can make them your own, or you can actually outsource these through sites like Fiverr, where you're going to spend $5 to $10 per infographic, but then you can brand it to your company, and essentially it can be circulated in a lot of different ways, maybe Pinterest or Facebook, and then people will consistently come back to your company because they're like, hey, they know what they're doing. Another great idea is to publish guest posts on other industry blogs. So let's say that you are starting a cat cafe and you want to be able to let more people know that you started your cat cafe and need more customers and clients. Well, maybe there's another, like the Humane Society. maybe you're able to partner with them and have some of the different cats be at this cat cafe. And on their website, you're going to have a guest post about what the cafe is, how it benefits these cats, and as a result, it's going to rank higher on both of your websites because there's backlinks to each other, but you're also able to tap into their broad network. And I can tell you, humane shelters, they have a lot of people that follow them because they love animals. Everyone loves cats. And so if there's some creative way to highlight the cats that'll be at the cafe and also give back to the humane shelter, then I can guarantee you people will be pretty interested. Now, that's kind of an off-the-cuff example. A more straightforward example would be you're an expert or you sell makeup products, and maybe there's a makeup company or a blog that you can submit a guest post to sharing education and value first and foremost, but also highlight what makeup products it is that you're selling. And so that can be a great way to just get more exposure. It doesn't take a ton of time other than writing the blog posts and submitting them and following up, and then proliferating those posts on your own social channels as well too. All right. Now, this next one, number 15, is about utilizing local SEO strategies to improve search rankings. What do I mean by local SEO? Well, let's say that, like me, you live in the Black Hills of South Dakota, and some different towns around me are Rapid City and Spearfish and Sturgis. When I write blog posts, I'm going to make them specific to people in the Black Hills or Sturgis or Rapid City. And as a result, using those techniques, it's going to those types of blog posts and content will show up more when people are searching for recommendations in Sturgis or financial planners in Sturgis. And there's also some additional ways, such as making sure that you verify your Google My Business account as well too, because that's going to be locally based. But essentially, the more you curate content for people in your area or people traveling to your area, the more that those blog posts are going to show up when people search for them and help your site rank higher. And I love this next idea because it definitely works as well too. I want you to sponsor a local sports team or event if it feels good. So people in these high energy situations are definitely going to be paying attention to the locals and sponsors, whether it be a Pee-wee boys club with softball or it be a high school event or college. If your business can afford to sponsor, that's a really great opportunity to get more exposure. As I mentioned before, gathering feedback from customers is imperative. Not only does it help you improve and refine your process, but it can help you develop new products and services that people just love and they want to come back to. So you know a lot, but you don't know everything. Same goes for me, same goes for everyone else. And that's just the reality of business, is you need to take into consideration feedback from others. Another option is to host a customer appreciation event. So this is a great way to leverage consumer psychology by actively expressing gratitude to those who have already decided to become customers of yours. So again, whether it's service-based, chiropractic clinic, or you sell a product, think about how you can give back to the people who have given to you by exchanging essentially with your business. It's just another great way to ensure that people feel supported and validated and that you're building a relationship with them. If you can build a relationship with customers and you can stay consistent, you can keep providing value, you're going to do well in your industry. I have no doubts. Alrighty. So next one is to create a referral program for current customers. Now, this can entail enlisting the help of your existing customers, but essentially you could just offer something like, if you, let's say you're a massage therapist, if you refer another client to you, once they actually receive that massage, the next person gets 50% off their next massage. And that way it just continues to encourage people to refer people to you. They get something out of it, you get something out of it, win-win. Maybe that's a little steep, who knows? But there's a lot of different ways that you can essentially thank clientele and give back to them if they refer their friends and family members and colleagues to you. Number 20, utilize retargeting ads to bring back abandoned carts. Oh, this is so good. So you can do this in a few different ways. Let's say you have WooCommerce installed, or you want to add code to your website that allows you to cookie audiences who visit your website. But you can essentially retarget and remarket to them. And I think this is easiest done with WooCommerce when somebody puts something into their cart, whether it be a service or a product, and then they leave. But they've already started the checkout process. And so you have their email and you can follow up and say, will have an automated email rather that says, hey, we noticed that you left your cart here. Here's a discount to finish checking out. You might just be able to get them to continue finishing that sale. Or maybe even without using a discount, there are a lot of different ways that you can entice them to come back. Another option to market your business is to create shareable content, such as memes or GIFs. And so maybe this is your thing, maybe it's not, but hey, it's an idea. You can create a meme that's relevant to your business and share it on social media. Maybe it'll go viral, who knows? And essentially you're crowdsourcing your creativity and sharing fun and unique content, which typically results in people going, ha ha ha, that's awesome, and resharing it. So it's a great way just to get more exposure in general. Next, how about offering free resources or downloads on your website? This is something that I think everyone could benefit from. So let's say that you're a service-based provider, or even in my example, I consult with people first and foremost. And so I have a resource called the Boss Babes Guide to Business and Branding. And I offer that as a free download on specific websites as a lead magnet, essentially. In exchange for someone's email, I'll give them this free resource. And that's how you build a newsletter base or an email base so that you're able to keep growing that list of people who are potentially interested in your services, but you're also providing them value. And so free downloads are a great way to kick off that process. And then if you can get in people's email inboxes and not spam them, you're going to have a pretty good time of being able to share relevant information such as blog posts later on when it's published, which can just nurture these leads over a period of time. And maybe it's not an immediate sale, but again, you're building a relationship with your customers. So it's a really great way to start that relationship is by giving them something for free. Next one is to run a social media takeover with a partner brand or influencer. So again, influencers have a pretty loyal audience with a specific niche, so you might have to do your research a little bit, but this can be a really great tactic to essentially get your brand more exposure and reach more potential customers. Number 24, attend or sponsor a local charity event. So sponsoring events gets your brand name in front of a lot of people, and of course, it's always nice to support charity. 25 is utilizing text marketing to reach customers directly. So maybe you decide to set up a system where there's like a loyalty point system. And when customers work with you, they get a certain amount of points, which can result in discount code or freebie or another type of special offer. And I could see this working really well for like a massage therapist again, or let's see, maybe a holistic practitioner, someone who wants to have repeat business, and it's over a course of a year, they see their client 10 times, and at that 10th time, they essentially are able to redeem another free treatment with them. Just an idea. Okay, next one is to create a customer loyalty program. So both text and email marketing are direct lines of communication for building relationships with your customers. We get that. And so the next step is to get their email address or phone number and make sure they consent to make the sign-up process irresistible. And that's kind of on the heels of what we just talked about, but there's a lot more you can do when you have their information and are able to reach them directly with new offers and new promotions and be able to just build that line of communication and grow that relationship. This one's pretty neat. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. So use augmented reality to showcase the product or services. If you can develop an app or use a different type of software to essentially allow customers to envision themselves with your product, you have a pretty good chance of them being more directed towards the buying yes. So let's say that you sell a certain type of shirt. If they're able to take a photo of themselves and the shirt applies and they're like, yeah, I look pretty great, then that's a great way to essentially showcase that product through their smartphone without them ever having to leave their couch. That's a pretty neat one in my opinion. Next one is to host a live stream on social media. So Facebook and Instagram are pretty good for this, and you can just host a live event maybe once a week or every 2 weeks where you have specific topics that you're going to cover, and just get feedback, get people on, talk with them, have a real conversation. And again, it's through the phone, but you're still nurturing relationships, and you can expose them more to the products or services that you're offering. And I think it's just great for being able to allow people to feel more involved in the process too. You need to get your product or service in front of them, and this is a great way to do that. This is another great one, offering a free consultation. So if you're a service-based provider specifically, a free consultation can be what gets a potential client in the door. And once you wow them with your knowledge and your expertise, then you have the opportunity of maybe settling that next appointment up and being able to move forward with them. So I would highly recommend that you take advantage of your knowledge and just teach to the community whenever possible. And those one-on-one consultations are a great way to do that. You can also get a lot of feedback from clients in terms of what exactly are they looking for. And that as well can help you curate what services or plans that you propose to them. And as a result, continue building trust. All right, number 30. This is a little similar to one that we've covered before, but it's slightly different too. So we want to create a customer feedback program to improve products or services. Your existing customers are your best friends, guys, okay? They're the ones who have seen your existing digital marketing strategy. They've purchased off of it. So use them as a starting point when developing new marketing ideas. Put surveys out. Ask them, what would you like to see? What new products or services would be appealing to you? And leverage their insight as the consumer to improve what it is that you're offering or you're selling. This one's also a little similar to one that we already covered, but it's specifically about showcasing new products and services versus just connecting with clients through Facebook Live. And so rather than just hosting a live and having a topic that you're speaking on, maybe come with a directed focus of, hey, now that I've received customer feedback, I'm implementing this new product or service. Let's review it, and allow people to step in and kind of demo it from their perspective and answer questions on that specific product or service as they come up. This next one's also very important, offering a free trial or a money-back guarantee. So if you have a subscription service, it can be helpful to make sure that they understand there's a code for a free trial so they can test it out, and that way they get a little bit or a taste of it, but you're not giving away the course or product entirely for free. And so that's a great way to get more market exposure as well. And of course, we want to optimize your website for search engines, kind of following on the heels of a previous one that we talked about as well too. This one's going to take into account a little bit more of what can be done to improve your website getting found. So there are a couple of different applications. First one is Google Analytics, getting that set up, as well as Google Search Console, and then utilizing these to get maximum results in addition to blogging is going to increase your exposure through a digital marketing platform. Okay, and of course, if you have a little bit of budget for your business, you can run paid advertising campaigns such as Google and Facebook ads. It's really important, though, to understand the right keyword focus and the understanding of your target audience. Again, coming back to target audience. If you try to market to everyone, no one's going to hear you. You have to get pretty specific on who is your client, your ideal client, your target customer. What do they look like? How do they feel? What age are they? What are their pain points? And specifically, what are their emotions about the service or the product that you're offering? And then from there, we want to get targeted keywords, and you can run Google ads that specifically align with that discovery in terms of a user persona and who it is you're trying to reach. All right, next one is to run a charity event or donate a portion of sales to a nonprofit. So you can do this in a couple different ways. Let's say you sell a product and you want to give 5% back to a specific charity, like the Boys and Girls Club or a local wildlife sanctuary. That's something that's going to get you local notoriety and also make people more encouraged to want to work with you because, hey, everyone wants to do good. They also want to get that product or service as well. So if you can help them do both, that's a great way to leverage, once again, the psychology of your customer to be able to create more win-win scenarios for everyone. You win, they win, the charity wins. Awesome. All right, and I love this next one, utilizing email marketing to reach customers and prospects. So once you're able to get a newsletter list started. And again, that can happen as a result of a lead magnet, something that you offer as like a free download, for instance, and then you get their email address. It's a great way to then start sending educational content, stuff of value and substance, out on a weekly, bi-monthly, or monthly basis to just remain connected and keep educating people. And so I think it is just one of the best ways to market personally. All of the different businesses that I've started, they all have a sign-up form for people to learn more if they want to follow along via email. But for the most part, they have a lead magnet, something to download, something of value, something that people want to hold on to and maybe print out and work through. And so that can be a really great way to market your small business. All right, this next one. So it might be difficult to compete with the big fish, but not when you're in the same arena. And so if you attend networking events and trade shows, you have the opportunity to get in front of a lot of people, not only professionally, but who are just in your community, searching out different options and solutions. And I think that it is a great investment of time and resources to set up a booth, get some professional materials, print out some brochures, maybe have some business cards, and then just meet and greet with people who are walking around and wanting to learn more about the different resources that are available in their communities. Next one is to partner with local influencers or bloggers. And we kind of touched on this a little bit, but it's going to be slightly different than just working with influencers. So I would challenge you to find influential bloggers in your business industry and then ask them to review your product or service, okay? So rather than just doing a guest post, get a review. So they're going to post it to their site, you can post it to your site, and of course the backlinks will be really great for improving search engine optimization. So win-win once again. Another one here is to collaborate with other businesses and brands. So team up with complementary businesses and share each other's products with your customers. With the right partnership, you can strengthen both of your brands. And I've done this in the past by hosting educational events, and you can get creative, just seeing how your industry can complement someone else's. Maybe it's a combination of teaching about financial planning, but partnering with a hairstylist firm that gives free haircuts to some of the homeless individuals around, or just people who need a little bit of help financially, and then you're able to pair these two things. It might sound really weird, but if you're able to find partners who want to give back to the community, that's a great way to leverage both concepts of what you're doing, and then just bring people together to benefit from those services and the education. So just an idea. Number 40, we're just booking through these, is to host a workshop or a training session. And libraries and community centers are great places to do this. So once again, provide value, share your education and expertise. And by doing so, you're going to grow your network and organically promote your business. If you can get in front of people and encourage them to take some time to come learn about these things, you and your business will both be better off, and the client will leave feeling like, hey, you know what? I left with some education. Maybe I'll give them a call back. And just remember, sometimes it's not immediate in terms of people following up with you. You might be planting seeds for 3 to 6 months before someone decides, you know what, I might reach out to them. And then even after that, it could take a little bit of time. The idea is that you are building leads and you're nurturing them. Combination process. It's relationship built, which is what you must do if you're a small business, because you don't have the same type of budget to just throw at your marketing. Essentially, you need to build relationships, and that again comes through referrals and networking and giving back and providing value. 41, offer free trials or demos of your products or services. So giving a free trial or a demo is a great way to get people interested in wanting to move forward with whatever it is you're serving. Maybe it's a 10-minute massage at a trade show, and I'm always coming back to this massage example because I just think it's great. And you just give them a little teaser, a little taste of it. Same with, a catering company that's giving little tastes and bites to get people's palates inspired. Find a way to give back a little bit and then get the sale. Keep moving through in that way. Now, another thing you can do is to offer referral incentives to current customers. And Let's see, for instance, you can tell your current clients or customers you've worked with in the past you'd like referrals. You can also offer a bonus if they do refer someone. Just make sure you stay in compliance with laws regarding referral fees. But this would be more relevant to maybe some of the folks that you network with as well too. We've already talked about referral programs with customers and giving them a gift card, gift certificate if they refer someone, or a percentage off of your service or product. But also think about those in your network and how you can give back to them as well too. And sometimes a thank you is as simple as a gift basket or a card, or it could be something that really benefits their business as well too. 43, submit your blog post to local publications. So this is one that I think people kind of pass by when we're thinking specifically about tapping into our local market as well too, is if you're already going to be sharing your wisdom on your website or on blog posts, see if you can circulate that around locally. It's not with an influencer and it's not with a big blog in your industry, but there might be someone reading the newspaper that wants to hear what you have to say, or maybe the Chamber of Commerce newsletter has a space for you to provide a little bit of insight on your specific industry. You don't know until you ask, so go ahead and get a little bold and just see what opportunities are out there and available to you. Right? So you can also run different types of promotions that provide gift cards as well, and maybe you can partner with some local businesses to get a deal on those gift cards. But there's a lot of different ways essentially to offer additional incentive for people to book with you. 45, utilize affiliate marketing to drive sales. So this is really great because you can offer a discount and people will be enticed to buy certain things. You can combine it with Facebook ads, or you can just create a very simple, straightforward affiliate program where maybe other folks in your industry, or not in your industry, have a little widget or ad essentially on their website where if someone clicks on it and they get referred to you and they buy a certain product, or they decide to work with you, that person gets a little bit of kickback. So affiliate marketing is really nice because, again, it's another win-win scenario. You can also run a contest or a giveaway on social media. So giveaways and contests are really great for generating leads, engaging your customers, and increasing your audience reach all at the same time. And of course, they have a very common strategy in most business industries. And so it's a matter of just saying, hey, I have this product or service that I'm going to give away, and here's the ways to enter it, and give them a time frame, maybe like 2 to 3 weeks. Maybe just 2. And then, for every share on all the different social media platforms, that's 1 entry. If they blog about it, it's another 2. If they make a video about it, it's another 3. You get where I'm going. There's a lot of different strategies, but it all comes down to giving something away and then getting more buzz about it by getting people excited by potentially getting it for free. Okay, so most people start with this one, which is to create business cards and other printed materials. I think it's fantastic. There's always going to be a need for some form of printed materials so that people are aware of who you are and what your business services or products are as well too. So business cards are great. There's a lot of new types that are coming out, such as like tap business cards that you tap to people's phones and it pulls up your website automatically. Those are pretty neat, but if you're going to go with straight old-fashioned business cards, that's fantastic too. Just make yours count, okay? Put some time into it, make it brand consistent, and have them handy with you so that when you do have a potential client interaction, you can say, oh yes, here you go. Here's my business card. Next is to provide exceptional customer service to build loyalty. So remember what I've been talking about this whole time? Provide value, build relationships, stay consistent. As a small business owner, you have to put your customers first, and you have to listen to their feedback, and you need to provide exceptional customer service. Now, the client is not always right. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, if you can do your best to mitigate confusion and make them happy and provide a good experience overall, they're very likely to become not only a first-time customer, but a repeat customer as well too. Build loyalty. Keep those relationships strong because a word-of-mouth referral is more impactful than 10 of these different tips. Okay, down to the last 2. Next is to participate in online forums and communities related to your industry. So find online forums in your business niche and regularly contribute. So Quora is a really great example. It's a free platform that you'll just kind of get notified of questions that come along that are in your domain, and you can answer and give credible responses. And maybe that's a way that you get more exposure for what you're doing. Or I guess Reddit's another one. But basically the goal is to participate in an online forum and share valuable information that'll help increase the reputation of your brand, but also potentially lead clients back to you. And last but not least is to create a podcast or a video series. So if you have intelligent and interesting information to share, set up a podcast radio show. You can reach a whole bunch of people through a podcast, and you can be a guest on other people's podcasts. But at the end of the day, a lot of people love to listen as they're doing things around the house or running errands. And if you can make it easy to digest and intelligent and just keep it on brand, I think it's a great way to market your small business. So we did it. You sat through the whole thing. I'm so proud of you. Oh my goodness. In conclusion, what we've learned today is quite a few things, okay? So we learned what small business marketing is. We learned some of the challenges of small business marketing, and we went through 50 different ways to market your small business, most of which are just free, great ways to build relationships with clients. And I want to summarize here saying that earning new customers is vital to the growth of any small business, and it's imperative to leverage marketing strategies in the most effective way to accomplish that goal. So don't forget about some of the major hurdles that can be present when you're starting out. Marketing attracts prospects, prospects become buyers, and buyers provide profit. I also mentioned something about the fact of marketing creates leads. Prospects and leads are the same essentially here, and the goal is to nurture those leads, those prospects, and ensure that over time they continue to support your business as well too. And of course, marketing is more than just putting your business name out in the world. It's about creating connection. It's about building relationships. It's about being authentic and being passionate about your product or your service or your combination of both. So keep that fire burning and just see which ideas that were shared here you can implement, because I believe in you. I know that they can do a lot in helping you get your business name out there. And at the end of the day, there is unlimited potential for you to grow your business. And here we go in terms of some references. Just want to give credit to everyone that we pulled some information from. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. But I hope you enjoyed this course and have a wonderful day.